So chest, obviously chest is my weakest point by far. I'll agree to that. Chest is not my strong suit. And I'm going to split this up two ways. So, like I said before, I haven't been going to a public gym in almost 6 months. So, first off, I'm going to tell you it if you are going to the gym, what I would do and what I did to maximize muscle hypertrophy. And then I'm going to explain to you if you can't make it to the gym, some other tools you could use so that you don't lose your gains, you can keep your gains and even make gains. So, starting off with going to the gym, depending on where you're at as far as like your gym experience, if you're like a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, like if you haven't been working out at all, you don't need much weight at all. You just need volume. Your body's not used to anything. Anything you do is going to shock your body. You're trying to every time you work out, you're trying to shock the muscle. You can't you want the muscle every time you work out to be exhausted and worked out so much that it needs to tell itself to get bigger to handle it. You can't just pump the muscle up and that's it. You need to quote unquote take it to failure sometimes. Now, when you're a beginner, you don't need to take anything to failure. I would say you could work out an easy 6 months before you take anything to failure. Because I don't know what state you're at. I'm going to start from beginners and go on up. So if you're a beginner, you want to work on your chest, push ups, baby. Telling you, you will get great results. Like before you even go to a gym, I recommend this to everybody. Before you go get a gym membership and you go to the gym, just like you plan to go to the gym, those days that you would plan to go to the gym with your gym membership, stay at your house and do your workout there. When you first start working out, you do not need equipment. You need your body weight. Until you can handle your own body weight, that's when you can start adding extra weight to the bar, extra weight to the rack, once you can handle your own body weight. So, meaning you can just do regular push ups, you can do incline push ups, you can do decline push ups. But the most important thing is consistency. So, it's okay to have bad days. It's okay to miss days. Just be consistent. So, beginner, you just started working out. You want to, if we're talking about chest, do those incline, decline, and regular push ups and make sure you alternate them and hit them all the same day. Don't one day do incline, the next day do decline, the next day do flat. You mix them all at the same day because if you separate them like that, the muscles the one when you go to do incline, it's going to take away from the flat bench. When you do the flat bench, it's going to take away from the incline. That's why you do them all the same day so you don't miss a part of your chest. Okay? And that goes for intermediate and advanced lifters too. So now that you've been for 3 months straight, 3 to 5 days a week working out, at least each muscle group once a week, you know, which for beginners I recommend once a week. And basically, your body will tell you like when you're not sore anymore, when you're no longer sore, you're good to work out again. If you're sore, you can't work out. Read your body. So some people can work out twice a week because they work out, they're sore for like 48 hours, and then on the third day they can do it all over again. Some people they're sore 72, 4 days, and they can't quite make it into a week. But there's things you could do about that. You could lower your training intensity so that you can recover in time to get 2 workouts in. It's ideal to work out twice a week for muscle hypertrophy um, rather than once a week. So if you're intermediate now, we're going to move into the gym. And basically, people say that the bench press is not the best for muscle hypertrophy and blah 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 blah. It isn't the best for muscle hypertrophy at all, but it will guarantee grow your chest. Will guarantee if you do it in the right rep range with proper form and technique. where you're using your chest and you have everything locked and you're using proper form so that you're exploding and using your chest, not your shoulders and not too much of your triceps, your chest, you could really get a good workout. So I incorporate a flat bench or incline bench on every chest day almost. I also I'm not against the Smith machine. Smith machines are great. You can load a little bit more weight. In fact, they keep the range of motion very very solid, so that you can, once you set up in the right place, you can really target that specific muscle group really good. As compared to a flat bench or like a regular bench, you're gonna have them secondary muscles working, and you're gonna have a lot of other muscles working more than just the main ones you're focusing on. Okay, but and then look, I'm just give you three. So the flat bench, dumbbell bench. I know it's like, why would you do flat and why would you do dumbbell? The dumbbell, because it's too separate, you're working each pectoral muscle evenly, compared to a barbell where one side is going to take over the other. Your tricep will take over for your pec and vice versa. So when you have them separate and you have the same weight in each arm, you're always pushing the same amount of weight. You're working each muscle evenly, and that's important. And I switch it up. Sometimes I do dumbbell first. Sometimes I do a barbell first. Switch that up a little bit, and then and that really, like, by the time you hit that second, like you've done three or four barbell, and then you do three or four dumbbell. Like by the time you're done your dumbbell, your chest is fried. Now, let me tell you how you get this separation in here, which I've kind of lost a little bit since I stopped going to the gym. If you see my last live videos over the summer, you'll see this separation right here. Flies, cable flies, or even dumbbell flies. I finished up my chest exercise always with flies and dips. So I only finish them up with dips if I'm also doing tries on my chest day, because it hits the lower chest and the tries really good. But if I'm not hitting tries, then I won't do the dips that day. But always do flies. The flies will really separate the middle of your chest right here, really give you them striations in there, and it really makes this pop out. Like, it's easy for people to get thick out here, easy, and then it thins up in here, and it makes your chest look small. Them flies, they make all this get real big. I'm telling you. So that's it, man. You got the barbell, the dumbbell, and the flies. Now, I haven't been using a public gym at all, like I said. So without a public gym, I have a barbell bench from when I was in high school. So I have an Olympic barbell bench. That's all I've been using. Been using the barbell bench press, doing nothing but flat bench and incline bench and dumbbell flies because I don't have cable flies. And I only have 25-pound weights. And then I also take the plates. You got the 10s, the 25, 35, 45s. And since I don't have any higher than 25-pound dumbbells, I'll take the plates and I'll lay it on the bench and I'll use the plates to do my flies. You know what I mean? So, um, I remember, look, before I told y'all, if you're when you're a beginner, don't just run into the gym. Build a base, like like prove to yourself that you're gonna work out at least 3 days a week, or at least even go to the gym before you get that membership. Build, do your calisthenics, do your push-ups, do your sit-ups, do your pull-ups, build that base, so then you got that routine, the consistency, and you prove to yourself that you can do it. So then you can go join the gym and then you can handle the weight that you can put on. You know what I mean? So, um, but before when I first started, I didn't have my barbell bench, and I didn't want to just go into a gym. I had stopped working out for like 5 years. I was starting all over again. So I was taking center blocks in the backyard and taking 2x4s and putting center blocks on the end, just in my backyard, and doing what I can with them. Like, you can get so creative. Like, if you truly just want to improve your physique and body. I mean, I do this for mental health reasons as well. I do have body dysmorphia, I'll admit it, but this is so like if I don't work out, like if I do not exercise one day, it will ruin the entire day into the next day until I work out again. Like if I miss 2 days in a row, those 2 days are terrible until I work out again. It's just weird. I'm gonna try and do back real quick because I don't got a lot of time because I did promise Hunter that I would do back. I'm gonna try and make it a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna do the same setup though, beginner, intermediate, advanced. So with my back routine, it was a big learning process because like people get really overwhelmed with the back because it's so many muscles are so big and you can't really see it. So it's really hard to build that mind muscle connection. And to be honest, I my back is just one of my genetically better parts as far as just how it grows and develops and just how I'm built. But I'll tell you my routines and basically what was like the bread and butter for my back. It's gonna sound really basic, but I'm gonna try and like explain it as thorough as I can because it's the fine details that make the big difference. And it took me a lot of trial and error to learn these tips. And so basically, you can mix up these. Excuse me. Let me give you 3 workouts, and you can mix them up however you want. And I'll explain the different ways you can do them. So if we're going inside of a gym setting, you always want to have a pull down, like whether you're doing pull ups, chin ups, or you're doing cable pull downs. You always want to have them to work the lats. Okay. Now pull downs, pull ups, pull ups, and pull down cable pull downs. They work your upper lats. Okay. They're gonna. I mean, I can't really show my lats that well right now, to be honest. The camera angle's not good, but they work. You know what I'm saying? These upper lats. Your lat, if you connects all the way down here. If I could had somebody else holding the camera, I could show you. But your lat connects down here. Hold on, let me see here. Yep, you see your lat connects right there, right there. See, connects all the way down there. This upper lat's what you're using for your pull downs and your pull ups, your cable pull downs. So I like to hit them, and the most important part is like mind muscle connection. It isn't just about pulling yourself up or just pulling the weight down and cable pull downs. You want to have, um, mind you, it's been like 5.5 months since I've been actually on a cable pull down machine. But when you sit on the cable pull down machine, I like to use the widest grip I can, first off. And if you guys have those grips at the gym that hold like this, and there's 3 different sizes, there's that small size that holds like this, middle size, big size that holds sideways, not like this, not pronated. It's gonna be like sideways. I like the middle one, not the smallest one, not the biggest one, but the middle one. If I can't find that middle sideways one, I grab that real wide bar that's got that corner angle at the end where I am facing pronated, and I do a pronated grip as wide as I can. But if I can find that those bars that hold on the side, I get the not the smallest, not the biggest, but the middle one, and I use that one because that seems to be like just about a little wider than shoulder width apart. And the wider you go farther than your shoulders, the more you're going to work that upper lat. And basically, like the tighter you go in, you're going to work more of like your inner traps back here in the back, but they don't get hit that much. It's like your inner lats and traps. So the pull downs are going to massively load your lats and get them really worked up. The rep range I try to stay in is above 10, like between 10 and 20. Like if you're going for hypertrophy, you want to burn it out. And it's hard to do 20 reps to failure. So I'll be honest, I barely rarely go to 20. Usually I keep it between 10 to 15 because it's hard to do 20 to failure because it's hard to push yourself that hard for that long. It's like an endurance challenge at that point. And you want to don't want to just be like throwing this weight around. Control the weight. Like when people tell you this, this is leave your ego at the door. Like will save you so much of time in the sense that you will grow so much faster when you leave your ego at the door. And I know everybody says it. Everybody says it. I work out by myself in my garage, and I still have trouble leaving my ego at the door. I'm still pushing weight on the bench that is more than I should for muscle hypertrophy. I don't know why. It's just everybody's got that. We're always trying to push, be as strong as we can, even though we're going for hypertrophy. It's just that's what we want to do. It's just how we are. We're very competitive in nature. But if you lower that weight, you control it, and if you could do like a 3 second negative every time you're contracting, whether it's a push motion or a pull motion, you want to explode. And when you're done your contraction and you're like bringing the weight back up or bringing the weight back down, you want to do it with as much control as possible. So you almost keep the tension on your muscles. So if it's a pull down, okay, I'm gonna stretch all the way out, let that go as high up as it can, and then I'm gonna pull down, lock out, and slowly control it back up until I stretch, pull down, lock, and slowly back up. And that right there, you can drop the weight probably like 30% and just do 3 second negatives like that. And you will start making some serious gains. Again, you got to drop the weight so people are going to judge you. Fuck what people think of you, dude. Fuck that. Fuck what people think. You see a lot of people in the gym pushing around weight, improper form, all this, all that. If you look at them, they're big, but they've been the same size for like years. They're not making any progress. So it's like, yeah, they can fill their bodies with a bunch of, chemicals and fill up to a size. But if you do things the right way, you could fucking surpass them, you know? And not only surpass fuck other people, surpass what you thought you could do. And so pull downs, I got a little off topic, I'm sorry. After pull downs, rows. Rows are the number two. I could say they're number one, but I start with the cable pull downs. You got to do rows. Rows, I do supinated rows, and they will work your lower lats right here, and they will work your mid traps in the back, your lower traps in the back. And I love loading the hell out of my rows. I love it, love it, love it. The supinated rows really hit that lower lat, while after you hit the top of you just got done hitting the top of the lat with the cable pull down, so or the pull ups, I mean chin ups, or whatever you did before, cable pull downs, chin ups, pull ups, and then to finish it all off, um, let me get a drink real quick. So bent over barbell rows. They hit the traps, your upper traps. They hit your rear delts. They hit your lats. They hit your mid traps. They help your lower back. I don't do deadlifts, so that's it, fellas. You got your pull downs, your rows, and your barbell bent over rows. Now, I prefer the cable pull downs. I prefer the cable rows, and I prefer the barbell bent over rows or dumbbell bent over rows. And those three things right there blew up my back. Now, since I haven't been going to the gym for the past 5.5 months, I've been doing nothing but bent over rows, um, uh, pull-ups, and I keep forgetting what they're called, but you take your barbell, and I feel so stupid for not remembering the name of it. But you take the barbell and you lay underneath the barbell, and you pull yourself, or you can do it like this, or you could do it like this, and you pull yourself to the barbell, like you're laying, like you're laying, and you're pulling yourself up, and it's a back exercise. That I don't have any equipment, so that's what I have to do. I have to set up my barbell on my bench. I have to lay upside down, and I do those, you know. But I also do rows, dumbbell, one arm rows with the plates and things like that, because I don't have a gym right now. Um, and I hope that answers some of y'all questions, man. I appreciate the few people that joined. I love y'all. Peace out. Have a very good Christmas. I appreciate all of y'all. I love all y'all. And I hope y'all have a blessed holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Like and subscribe if you're new.